powerful performance, an immersive OLED display, a large battery, and an incredible camera stack make the Google Pixel 5a with 5G the best mid-range phone you can buy. After months of a news vacuum that left us wondering whether Google had abandoned its mid-range lineup, the company quietly announced the Pixel 5a with 5G. Though the Pixel 5a with 5G doesn't have a 90Hz display or wireless charging, and it comes with 6GB of RAM instead of 8GB, it's otherwise nearly identical to last year's Pixel 5. It has the same camera stack, same aluminum unibody frame, and same IP67 rating. The price drop brings the Pixel 5a's flagship-level features into the mid-range realm, where it easily outshines the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G, the editor's choice-winning Samsung Galaxy S20 5G and every other mid-range phone we've tested. It packs enough power for most tasks, has outstanding cameras, and finally has a battery that lasts a full day. That makes the Pixel 5a with 5G our new editor's choice in its class. The Pixel 5a doesn't look like your average smartphone. It's sort of like a vintage Volvo, boxy and utilitarian, yet incredibly handsome. The phone comes in one color, called mostly black, but the name is deceiving. It's the color of a ripe olive, deep green with hints of brown. Measuring 6.1 by 2.9 by 0.3 inches, the Pixel 5a is the same size as the Google Pixel 4a 5G, but it manages to pack in a larger display. At 6.5 ounces, it's on the heavier side, but its weight is well distributed, and we had no problem holding it during a long commute. A 6.34-inch OLED display with a hole punch dominates the front of the phone. Resolution clocks in at 2400 by 1080 pixels with a 413p density. Color accuracy is spot on, with an excellent contrast ratio and deep, inky blacks. The viewing angles are excellent, and the display is bright enough to use in direct sunlight. The back of the Pixel 5a is identical to the more expensive Pixel 5. The aluminum unibody design has a slightly textured finish that feels wonderful in the hand. A square camera module is in the upper left corner, and a nearly invisible fingerprint sensor that's both fast and accurate sits centered in the top third. A 3.5mm headphone jack is on the phone's top edge, while dual speaker grills and a USB-C charging port make their home on the bottom edge. The SIM slot is on the left side of the phone, with the volume rocker and textured power button across from it on the right. The buttons are easy to identify and reach, but the volume rocker offers almost no tactile feedback when pressed. Durability is excellent. The Pixel 5a's aluminum frame can easily handle drops and dings without much damage. The strengthened glass display panel will resist scratches and minor drops. The Pixel 5a is also Google's first A-series phone with an IP67 rating, so you won't need to worry about accidental drops in the tub. The Pixel 5a ships unlocked with eSIM support, in addition to a traditional single SIM slot. There's support for dual SIM dual standby if you want to use one SIM for calls and the other for messaging. It works on all US carriers' 4G networks, as well as AT&T and T-Mobile's mid-band 5G networks. There's also C-band support, as there was on the Pixel 4a 5G. We tested the phone on T-Mobile's 5G network in Chicago and recorded average speeds of 128.4 Mbps down and 54.9 Mbps up. These aren't the gigabit-busting speeds you'll find with M-Wave connectivity, but they were consistent throughout our tests, and would be more than sufficient for taking video calls or streaming long videos without glitches. There's dual-band Wi-Fi on board, no Wi-Fi 6, though. NFC is present for mobile payments. There's also Bluetooth 5.0 with aptX HD and LDAC codecs for wireless audio. Overall call quality is excellent. Earpiece volume maxes out at 86 decibels and is loud enough to hear on a busy sidewalk. Noise cancellation works perfectly. The Pixel 5a's audio is decent. Maximum volume clocks in at 94 decibels, but the soundstage is unbalanced. Timbre is brassy with mids pushed forward and lows disappearing into the background. In short, the speakers are fine for watching Instagram stories, but you'll want to take advantage of the 3.5mm headphone jack or good Bluetooth headphones for gaming or streaming music. The Pixel 5a ships with the same outstanding camera module as you'll find on the more expensive Pixel 5. On the back of the phone are a 12.2 MP f/1.7 primary sensor and a 16 MP f/2.2 ultra-wide lens. The primary sensor has autofocus with dual phase detection, as well as optical and electronic image stabilization. The ultra-wide lens has a 107-degree field of view, but toys and eyes are missing. The front-facing camera clocks in at 8 MP with an f/2.0 aperture. It should come as no surprise that the Pixel 5a's photos are identical to those you will get from the Pixel 5. The Pixel 5a may not sport high megapixel sensors, but it easily outdoes its mid-range competition and gives flagships a run for their money. The primary 12.2 MP sensor performs well in all lighting conditions. In daylight, the Pixel 5a captures crisp images with excellent depth of field. Texture is rich and color accuracy is spot on. In low light, Google's expertise in computational photography really shows. Test shots have incredible clarity and natural depth of field. Lighting is even and the noise-to-texture ratio is excellent. The 8MP selfie camera performs well in just about any lighting scenario. Selfies are crisp with excellent color accuracy and even exposure. Depth mapping worked perfectly in portrait mode. Video capture on the rear lens maxes out at 240 fps and 1080p and 60 fps and 4K. Video recorded at 60 fps and 4K is crisp and smooth, with accurate color and natural depth of field. Both the iPhone 12 and the Pixel 5a can take incredible shots, but we found that Google's mid-range handset performs better in low light. In our low-light comparison, the Pixel 5a's photos had better depth of field and background detail on both the primary and ultra-wide lenses. In good light, the phones perform similarly, though Google arguably does a better job with exposure consistency. A Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G SoC and 6GB of RAM power the Pixel 5a. Storage clocks in at 128GB. And there's about 111 GB available out of the box. There's no microSD slot for external storage. We were impressed by the Pixel 5a's performance. It can easily handle any task you throw its way. Apps open instantaneously and there's zero lag when multitasking with dozens of Chrome windows open. Even night mode photos, which took several seconds to process on the Pixel 4a 5G, work smoothly on the 5a.